3 different occasions, I've had the opportunity to collaborate with a TEDx event here in Portland, Oregon to put my sketchnoting skills to use and contribute to a pretty cool event that I've always been proud to be a part of. I'd like to tell you the story of those 3 years because there is something in that work that I think you might be able to pull something from and use in your own. First, it's worth mentioning that TED Talks are the reason that I got into sketchnoting in the first place. I stumbled upon Sonny Brown's talk, Doodlers Unite, at just the right time, when I was looking for a creative skill to develop on the side. Now that skill is front and center in my work. But when I first got involved with TEDx Mount Hood, formerly TEDx Concordia U Portland, back in 2013, I was still pretty new to sketchnoting, and at that time I had 0 experience making videos. So when I was asked to help out with some short videos that would be used to introduce speakers right before coming on stage, I was able to contribute my sketchnoting skills, but I also got to collaborate with 2 other members of the TEDx team to actually make something that was useful and interesting. All it took was one long evening, just a week or so before the event. The lead organizer, Michelle Jones, and videographer, George Mahaley, gathered in my dining room around a table with a bunch of equipment that was totally new to me at the time, and together we planned out what to sketch onto the page for each speaker. And we recorded it right then and there. In that single night, we recorded videos for all of the speakers, and here's how they looked. The next year, it was once again George and I who were tasked with making intro videos. We enjoyed what we had done the year before and wanted to do something similar, but not exactly the same. We still wanted those intros to have that handmade look, but we thought this time let's try removing the hand and going with the stop motion approach instead. Here are a few of those. And then this year, within just the last few months, I've had the opportunity to help with that same task. This time, though, I got to take kind of a back seat on the project. Leading it was my ongoing collaborator and contributor here at Verbal to Visual, Austin Lewis. And since I've gotten more comfortable with cameras since those first 2 years, we were able to do a pretty good job of documenting the entire process of making the videos that introduced each speaker at this year's TEDx Mount Hood. Here's a bit of that process. What are we doing here today?
Oh, we're filming some intro slides for the TEDx event that's happening on October 7th.
And we're using some fire to make these. You want to show them the test video we just did?
All right, I got you.
We're outside in a safe space where nothing flammable is close by, just so that's clear too. So the idea is this is the first part of the slide pretty quickly. And then we're going to do the same thing with speaker slides, but it'll be reversed. So you'll see it coming back on. Whoosh, like that. How does Michelle feel about this project?
I love it for so many reasons, actually. And just for the record, there is a fire extinguisher.
Safety first. Safety first.
Safety first, but would be proud of us. I think this is an awesome project. I'm pretty excited about this.
Cool. And we have to continue the tradition of interesting and unique speaker intros.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
For TEDx.
This is your 3rd set that you personally have done.
This will be the third set that I've been involved in.
First set for me.
But I also feel like every year we've like leveled it up a little bit, and now there's like multiple people involved and fire.
And now we're at fire.
But I don't know where we go after this. After this, I don't know.
Test setup number 2. This time on the ground.
That's cool. I really like that.
That was pretty cool.
That was really freaking cool, yeah.
Because really the only thing that matters is...
Oh, that is so cool.
The only thing that matters is when and where the flames go off the screen.
Because then you have to bring them back on from the same... when it reverses?
Yeah, it has to look consistent when it reverses.
I think that's super cool.
It does look cool. All right, so we're going for a consistent backdrop here.
I think something like that is good. Like most of the loose dirt is gone.
Yeah. And I like the texture,
I do too.
nature of it. Time to do a formal test shoot. So we think that went well. Now we got to put the next frame on.
Good to go.
Good to go.
That is so cool.
All right, Austin, so we just did our 2 test shots. Now we're gonna throw it into Adobe Premiere Pro, see if it looks good when we actually edit it. Fire! Just to kind of show, okay, so here's our one clip. That looks freaking cool.
That looks so cool.
And it's kind of clear. And then we're gonna reverse this second clip. That background looks pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Like, from the truth. I agree. There's some things to be done to make this part more continuous.
Because it's basically just like we're cutting it.
Yeah.
Just because it's so fast.
So I think we could try doing from here to here 100%, and then cut from here to, oh yeah, here to like there, and then maybe do from here to here 100%.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Test number 2, some small adjustments. The smoke thing looks cool. Like,
Can you go back to it?
like that transition that it's in real time.
Oh,
Because it's like this, it's this like wind. It's the wind thing.
Yeah, it's like you can't even tell because it's just smoke is. Yeah, that works really well.
So Austin, summarize where we are after our first day of test shooting.
First day of test shooting. We're ready for our final filming. We've gone through about 2 or 3 different concept ideas so far, and we definitely like this past one with the fire.
So we're getting ready to actually record the thing, right?
We are.
We got a slightly different setup than last time. Basically just added a couple lights. Still getting some daylight from outside, but we think this is going to increase the overall light amount and just make it a little more consistent. It's not quite lighting on fire.
That was weird.
I know. I should have been watching and maybe...
Nice. Maybe it'll come back.
This is going to be an interesting editing challenge. Come on, buddy. Filming complete. Cleanup has begun. Feel pretty confident about that filming session, Austin?
I do, yeah. I feel a little lightheaded, but I think it was worth it.
Here we are, day 3, third or fourth time we've gotten together to work on this.
I think it was day 3.
Austin is heading off to class, but briefly, what did we do today?
We edited the videos, we put them together, made sure they were the transition was all right, and then we found some nice music. I don't know if we'll end up keeping it, but good for now, just to kind of show the TEDx team what we've got going. and build some excitement for that, you know?
Yeah, so I'd say that's probably the goal now. Like we're exporting the first video with the final video clips that we shot the other day. Even that like still frame looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
The goal next, it sounds like, is be able to show the video at tomorrow's TEDx meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then we'll, at this point, we kind of just have the raw footage to work with, and like anything else, like we'll fix in editing if we can.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right, I'll let you get to class. First time watching this version of it.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's not bad.
Both the samples in the background, but I can just take this out from Teen Titans.
With that as the backdrop and the behind the scenes, here's how the most recent edition of the TEDx speaker intro videos turned out. Now, as much as I enjoy sitting in my office here and making videos by myself, there's something that's much more powerful about getting outside of your own room and collaborating with others to make something that none of the participants could have created on their own. So the question I want to leave you with is this: who might you collaborate with, and for what purpose? And how might you stretch your skills, sketchnoting or otherwise, along the way? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Here are two that would make for good follow-ups. I recorded a behind-the-scenes video of that most recent TEDx Mount Hood event that shows more of what it actually takes to put on a TEDx event. You can check that out on Wayfinding Academy's channel. And if you're new here or new to the idea of sketchnoting, check out the last video I made called Getting Started with Sketchnoting. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, bye for now.